Look at two people, one from Nigeria with deep brown skin, one from Norway with pale white skin. Same species, same DNA, same brain, same body. So why do they look so completely different? Most people think it's random, or cultural, or that one color came first and the rest are just variations. All of that is wrong. The real answer is one of the most beautiful examples of evolution ever discovered. And it comes down to one thing in the sky. The sun. Ancient humans didn't just change their skin color. They literally rewrote their own DNA to survive. And the reason why reveals the single greatest superpower humans have. Let me show you how it happened. Let's go back to the beginning. Modern humans were born in Africa around 300,000 years ago. And Africa sits right on the equator, where the sun is brutal. Here's the problem with intense sun. It fires UV radiation into your skin. Too much UV causes deadly skin cancer, but humans had a defense. Melanin is a dark pigment that acts like built-in sunscreen. The more melanin you have, the darker your skin and the more protection you get. So in Africa, the math was simple. Dark skin meant survival. Light skin meant cancer and death. Generation after generation, only the dark skins survived. This means something incredible. For most of human history, every single human on Earth was dark-skinned. There was no white skin, no light skin, nothing. So how did we get from this to pale Scandinavian skin? Well, around 70,000 years ago, humans did something that changed everything. They left Africa. Small groups walked north, into the Middle East, then Europe, then Asia. And the moment they left the equator, they walked straight into a deadly new problem. A problem hiding inside their own skin. Here's what nobody expects. In the cold north, dark skin suddenly became dangerous. Why? Because melanin does two jobs. It blocks UV radiation, but it also blocks your skin from making vitamin D. And vitamin D is not optional. Your bones need it to stay strong. Without it, something terrifying happens. Picture an ancient child in northern Europe. Weak winter sun, heavy clothing covering the skin, almost no UV getting through. Now add dark skin blocking what little sunlight is left. That child's body can't make vitamin D. So their bones never harden properly. Their legs bend under their own weight. They can't run. They can't hunt. They struggle to survive. In Africa, this was never a problem. The sun was so powerful that even dark skin made plenty of vitamin D. But in the north, dark-skinned people were slowly getting sick, getting weak, dying young. So ancient humans faced an invisible choice written in their genes. Keep dark skin and waste away from vitamin D deficiency. Or lose the melanin and let the weak northern sun reach the skin. The people who could make lighter skin lived. The ones who couldn't fade it away. And this is where evolution did something genius. So how do you turn dark skin light? Think of melanin like a volume knob inside your body. In Africa, that knob was cranked all the way to maximum. When humans moved north, tiny mutations started appearing. Each one turned the knob down a little. 10% less melanin. Then 20, then more. Each person with slightly lighter skin could make more vitamin D. So they grew stronger, had healthier children, and passed the lighter skin down. Generation after generation, the knob kept turning down, until eventually Northern Europeans had pale white skin. But here's the most mind-blowing part. Scientists discovered that Europeans and East Asians both developed light skin completely separately, using totally different genes. Same result. Two different genetic paths. That's called convergent evolution. The sun applied the exact same pressure in two places, and evolution found two different solutions to the same problem. It's like two people solving the same puzzle in two completely different ways, and both getting it right. The sun was the question. Light skin was the answer. Now here's something that should shock you. This transformation was fast. Insanely fast. Humans entered Northern Europe around 40,000 years ago. The skin fully lightened in roughly 6,000 to 10,000 years. In evolution, that's the blink of an eye. But how? How does an entire population change color that quickly? One word: pressure. Most evolution is slow because the pressure is gentle. But vitamin D deficiency isn't gentle. It's a killer. And it kills fast. It wasn't that light-skinned people had slightly nicer lives. It's that dark-skinned people in the north were dying. Their children's bones were bending. Their bodies were failing. They simply weren't surviving to pass on their genes. When the pressure is life or death, evolution doesn't crawl. It sprints. Here's living proof. The Sami people of northern Scandinavia have some of the palest skin on Earth, but genetic testing shows their ancestors came from southern Europe with much darker Mediterranean skin. In just 4,000 years, the freezing Arctic sun turned them from olive skin to the palest people alive. That's how powerful this force was. Now look at the world today. If you map human skin color across the entire planet, something stunning appears. Skin color follows the sun almost perfectly. Travel from the equator to the poles and watch the skin lighten step by step. Dark at the equator, medium in the tropics, golden in the warmer middle zones, pale in the cold north. The pattern is so precise that scientists can actually predict a population's skin color just by knowing how much sunlight hits their homeland. This proves something powerful. Skin color was never random. It was never about culture. It's a direct biological response to one thing: sunlight. And evolution didn't stop at skin. The Inuit in the freezing Arctic stayed slightly darker than expected. Why? Because they got their vitamin D from eating fish instead. Their environment offered a different solution, so evolution took it. Different problem, different answer. Same brilliant adaptation. So why did ancient humans go from black to white? Not because one color is better. Not because of culture, not because of preference, because the sun changed, the environment changed, and the human body did something almost magical. It rewrote its own biology to survive. That is the real human superpower. Not strength, not speed, not even intelligence alone. It's adaptability. And here's the part that should give you chills. That power didn't stop thousands of years ago. It's still happening right now, still shaping what humans will become next. And that story is far from over.